Hey, what's up guys? The 166th player in the world cooked up something surprisingly sinister and spicy. Royale Giant Hog Rider is something that I thought I would never see, especially beating the best players in the world. When you go for a Hog Rider to bait out your opponent's buildings and immediately punish with a Royale Giant because they're reliant on a building to defend, they might not be able to comprehend what the heck just happened, but it will definitely be their end. With the high damage of Archer Queen, you'll crush any unit that flies high in the sky, and Elite Barbarians pulverize any bridge spam plays. If you don't have Archer Queen, you can use Hunter instead. When you first see Royale Giant Hog Rider, you might laugh it off and say it's a total meme. But despite how it might seem, it's beating the best players in the world for a reason. And it's not so funny for opponents when you take their towers. So let's go jump straight some games and assert dominance. Lots of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. All right, this guy finished 974 in the world with his banner, so definitely gonna be a pretty good player. Let's see if we can do some whack-a-mole on his tower with the Hog Rider. He's gonna zap, so that's -2 elixir trade already. And I mean, I could fireball back the monk, but it's not really going to give me anything. I want to elite barbarians on that instead of archer queening, so then he can't reflect back my shots. And I'm going to drop them a little bit further back so then our tower can also do some damage to the monk. Really don't think he's going to go and click the ability. It wouldn't make that much sense for him to do that because you don't reflect back the ebarbs, man. So you would just be wasting one elixir. Maybe we can go in for... Ooh, wow. All right, well, I wasn't ready for that at all. We can activate king tower here, so I kind of want to go for an archer queen on the other side. Go for skeletons here. Then Electro Spirit afterwards, so then hopefully the Mega Knight jumps towards that, and then goes straight towards the King. But can I defend this? I want to go Archer Queen ability, go in for a Hog Rider on the other side, and then log. Dude, I just don't think he's able to do anything to the Archer Queen. For one elixir, I took his entire tower when he went in for a Ram Rider Mega Knight push. If that doesn't scream broken at you, I don't know what does. And that's why I like this deck so much. You're always able to keep up the offense while defending minimally with like 2 elixir, or sometimes dropping a little bit more if you want to go for like ebarbs or Archer Queen. 5 elixir to shred entire pushes. Not a pretty bad discount, you know? We'll take that every day of the week. This guy is going to have Mega Knight, and he's going to have Ram Rider, and he's going to have Monk for our Hog Rider. But there is one good thing for this. We know that for a fact he's not going to be able to defend this Hog Rider effectively. He might just, you know, sack it. I think he's going to be planning on sacking it. Yo, he's going for the Phoenix all-in plays. All right, we have to go ebarbs here. I'm pretty sure the Monk dies. And the Phoenix is going to give him some semblance of damage if he decides to go in for like a Ram Rider afterward. But I really want that to die right now to the tower. It's not working out. Jeez. Is he going to have lightning? I'm a little bit spooked right now. He's Mega Knighting in the back like a wild child. And I think I'm going to lose my tower. So if I lose my tower here, I need to take the other tower. So I probably want a Royal Giant in the middle and stop him from 3-crowning me. That's the game plan. We're also going to click the ability before the Mega Knight starts to jump. And then maybe we can go for skeletons here, so then the Mega Knight goes on to that. Nah, I was hopeful that the Mega Knight would walk up a little bit more, but the Mega Knight is a lazy sir. Okay, so we're going to go in for a log here, and then I'm going to use the Electro Spirit, so the Mega Knight jumps onto that, and then I can go in for a Fireball on top of the Zappies and the Ram Rider and the Monk. Oh, no, don't click the ability. Oh my gosh, that was the scariest thing ever. I saw my life flash before my very eyes that second. I was like, bruh, if he has enough elixir for the ability, I'm so screwed. He tried to just, you know, shove everything down the chimney stockings right there. And he tried to, like, get as much value for Christmas as he could. But in the end, he just got the presence of the present of pain with the Royal Giant on his lane and on his tower. Dude, he's got double Mega Knight Mirror. Dude, what is this wacky deck and how did you come up with this? Who will let you do this to someone? Jeez, man, you must be, like, trying to get coal for Christmas out here, for sure. All right, we're going to fireball this, and I think that we can go in for an Electro Spirit, and then maybe go for a, okay, this Hog Rider was dumb. It's still going to hit my tower. He fireballed, though, and overcommitted, so I can just Royal Giant in the pocket and rocket through with the W. The best part about Royal Giant and Hog Rider is you can just drop random win conditions and then finish off games in 2-1 situations. Dude, he's pushing it back and then stunning it with the Zappies, but fortunately, your Monk is out of cycle, and you can't teleport your Monk back to block the fireball, so... That was one of the funniest games I've played in a long time, and I'm psyched for the crazy adventure that we're going to have with this deck today. All right, we got a game against Frank, who finished 56 in the world looking at his banner, so definitely going to be a very talented player. I want to rush through with a Hog Rider, give him the perception that he's just playing against a Hog Rider cycle deck, and when he wastes his building, we're going to lay waste to his tower with the Royal Giant. Yo, he's got ebarbs as well. He's my long-lost brother, and also... It's weird to see him go and drop his Elite Barbarians there and drop them a little bit delayed because he took 2 hits. Usually you can fully counter a Hog Rider with Elite Barbarians taking 0 damage. So I'm going to use my Archer Queen here. I don't think it's going to die. In fact, I think it only takes 1 shot, so it's not that bad. Okay, so Mighty Miner is perceived to be the best champion in Clash Royale right now. Let's see how it works against the Archer Queen. So I want to go and click my Archer Queen ability. He's going to go for Barbarian Barrel. I can also log here to kill the Mighty Miner. Wow, it didn't even touch me. I mean, it was level 13, but it's still a very good card. All right, so I want to go in for a Hog Rider here, and this is something that a lot of people don't do, but I'm going to go in for the Hog Rider, and the Bandit doesn't even touch it. Notice how we countered the Bandit for literally 0 damage on the Hog. And I was hoping he would ebarbs on the Hog Rider so then I could Royal Giant. Didn't really work out. It is fine for me, though. I want to go in for an Electro Spirit here so I can go in pull, and then I want to go in for Skeletons afterward, and then I want to go in for an Archer Queen in the middle, and I don't know if I can pull the Mighty Miner, but I have to. I have to or I'm screwed. I'm going to click the Archer Queen ability. Is the Archer Queen going to be able to shut everything down? This is some weird joke, right? I'm kind of alive right now, despite this being one of the worst possible situations, right? Like, I was down so much elixir. I think I overcommitted with the Royal Giant, expecting him to leap Barbarians. And, you know, we still got somehow bailed out by the broken Archer Queen. It's literally the best card if you want to run a range card in Clash Royale. Nothing else is even close. So I can maybe go in for a Hog Rider, but I think that he's got a 3 Musketeer deck from the looks of things, right? Like, this just screams 3 Musketeers bridge spam to me. He's going to go in for Elite Barbarians on this Hog Rider, but it's still going to be a good decision for us because we're able to go and counter the Bandit and then keep the rest of our elixir. So I'll take it. So the Bandit's dead. Maybe I can go for our own Elite Barbarians, or I could go Archer Queen. Hog Rider is going to give us so many hits every single time it gets through. Just consistently gives us value. I'm going to go in for an Electro Spirit, and then I'm going to go for Skeleton so we can keep the Queen alive a little bit longer. And as I predicted, it is a 3 Musketeer deck. I don't think that's a very tough prediction, but, you know, it does make me happy to make it. All right, so what I'm going to be planning on doing is I'm going to Fireball here, click the Archer Queen ability, and then keep our Elite Barbarians, like, tanking for everything else. So he can't even kill my Archer Queen. Notice how the Musketeer is targeting the wrong thing. It's going to target onto the ebarb too. The Archer Queen is alive still. Are you joking me right now? What is this card? How are champions this good, man? Dude, I'm going to get another ability maybe. Oh, I prayed for it. I wanted it to happen so bad. If that worked, we would have melted everything for even less elixir. 1 elixir to kill an entire Mighty Miner and Royal Ghost would have been hilarious. He's going to 3 Musketeers. I can just go in for a Fireball and a Log, and I think that's a good play because the ebarbs are going to force out even more elixir, and he can't just get away with that. Dude, you have to spend so much right now. He doesn't have that much elixir anymore. The Elite Barbarian isn't going to take the tower, but if I got ebarbs out of him again on the left-hand side, I could have went for a Royal Giant. It doesn't necessarily matter that much. We're kind of playing with our food at this point, but man, is it fun. All right, so he's going to go Mighty Miner. I think that the Archer Queen still kills everything. Wait, if I go Elite Barbarians here and then Royal Giant, he has to ebarbs on top of this, but then the ebarbs will just die, right? Yeah, so he's going to ebarbs there as expected. We can go in for our Archer Queen ability so it doesn't die too quickly, and then we can go and protect it with the invisibility, and then we can just get our Royal Giant to get a couple hits, Fireball him out, and send him to the Shadow Realm. As you guys can see, this deck is pure pleasure to play, but absolutely agonizing to play against. Our friend at the end was yawning and hee-hee-hawing because he did not have a good time. But that doesn't matter. We're going to continue to climb. All right, we got a game against Brittany. So we're going to see what's up. Definitely don't want to go and cycle the first play if our opponent has the potential of spamming into us. When we've got Elite Barbarians, that'll be a juicy elixir trade every time if they make a slight slip up. So it looks like an Expo deck if I had to guess. I see Ice Spirit, Skeletons, Log. It's going to be Expo or it's going to be Hog Rider. And if it's Expo, guys, I have 2 ways of crushing it. Oh, it's got to be an Expo deck. So the one thing that I've learned when you're playing Archer Queen is you want to be the last person to click the ability. Because if you click your ability too fast, it's going to be a disaster because the other Archer Queen crushes your Archer Queen and then you don't have anything on the field to body block and, you know, it's a bad time. So it was awesome to be able to disrupt his Archer Queen when it went invisible with the Fireball, click our ability slightly later, and then have our Archer Queen get immediately on top of the tower. So this is a great spot for us to be in. He's going to miss the cannon too. Yo, he has to be so tilted. This is going to be unbelievable right now. He misses the cannon on the Hog Rider, and then we go in for a Royal Giant to crush the Expo. If you guys have felt pain before in life, it is nothing comparable to what my man just faced. Oh, wait. Watch him not expect the Elite Barbarians and lose Archer Queen in 1 shot. Dude, if only we got 1 more tower hit on that Archer Queen and he wasn't able to go invisible, that would have been hilarious. Okay, so I'm hoping that we can get like him in a bad card cycle where he has to drop something on top of the Archer Queen, like maybe Skeletons or Electro Spirit. We pre-log it and then have the Archer Queen lock onto the tower and win us the game. That's what I'm going for right now. So we're expecting him to go in for Electro Spirit, Skeletons, or something. So we're going to pre-log here. Maybe we can even knock the Valkyrie back. Oh, that would have been so cool if we could knock the Valkyrie back and have the Archer Queen lock on a tower, but it still didn't work out. The Archer Queen's locked on a tower, never mind. So he's eating a ton of damage because he wants to be up enough elixir to justifiably do this, but we can still Fireball and then get more damage on the tower. So this game is utterly won. Like, if you guys play against anyone that has an Expo deck and you've got Hog Rider or Royal Giant, there's literally nothing they can do but laugh, and that's what that guy's doing. So maybe, you know, he's feeling a little bit better. trying to laugh it out, but it's pure pain. What if I just went Royal Giant and Hog Rider at the river? Serious question right now. Does this just ruin him? I'm pretty sure you can't defend that. Like, I'm almost 100% positive that this is just going to be too toxic for your brain to handle. I'm going to go in for skeletons here. I'm going to go for log on the Archer Queen, and that should put him out of his misery. There's literally nothing he can do in this matchup. It must feel like Clash Royale on brutal mode. All right, so unfortunately, we do not have our Elite Barbarians to kick open this game, but this guy's going to be rushing through with wall breakers. One of the few ways of getting a positive elixir trade is countering him with skeletons. A really good start for me. I want to dash through the snow with Elite Barbarians at the river. I am up some semblance of elixir, and I feel like he's probably going to have the Valkyrie, wall breakers, magic archer deck. No, he's not going to have anything close to that. He's going to have the Skeleton King Inferno Tower deck. So I want to go in for a log on top of that Dark Goblin as quickly as I can so it doesn't get as much damage. When the Mighty Miner is getting up close and personal and starts to ramp up the damage, then we click the Queen ability just so then we can make sure that the Queen stays alive. I'm going to go for skeletons here, and he logs me out into oblivion. It's fine because we've got the Mighty Miner ability, so he can't clean up the skeletons. He gets no damage. We're down like 400 damage at the start because the miner that we had to ignore did a lot, but it's all good. We figured out what his deck is. We know he's going to have Inferno Tower and Skeleton King because that's the most predominant version of the deck that ends up having Goblin Gang and then also, you know, Dark Goblin. There's also a weird chance that he's going to have a version where he's got like Cannon and an even faster cycle, but it's not that common. So, ooh, wait, never mind. Very weird version of the deck. I've never seen it with Goblin Hut. I've always seen it with Inferno Tower. Okay, so I want to log so when the ebarb gets a hit, then we're able to finish off the spear goblins and have the ebarbs go closer to the tower. And then he just greets us with more goblins. When one goblin gets finished off, there's many more where that came from. I think the Archer Queen's able to finish them off. He's going to go in for poison. He needs to go for poison and log to kill the Archer Queen. So we're going to make him do that. I'm going to go in for an aggressive play on the other side with the Hog Rider, and he might not have enough elixir. The one bad thing I dislike about Fireball is it doesn't knock back that Mighty Miner. So the Mighty Miner is always a reliable answer to your Hog. So I'm going to go for skeletons here, and then I guess I can go for an Electro Spirit after he clicks the ability. Oh, wait, I'm just going to go in for Electro Spirit with the ebarb so I can chain onto everything and reset the Mighty Miner and finish off the wall breakers, and then force out either a Goblin Hut or another Spear Goblins from the Goblin Gang. I think he's going to go Goblin Hut because I don't think he has the Goblin Gang in cycle. He did have Goblin Gang in cycle. Well played, man. I didn't expect you to drop it down there. He was expecting me to predict it, so he dropped it like slightly lower and closer to his tower, so then predictions wouldn't happen. The Goblin Gang is out of cycle, so we know one thing is for sure. He's going to try to go in for like a Goblin Hut. And that's it. That's all he's got. Maybe I can push the Royal Giant with the Hog Rider. That would have been pretty fun. Anyway, I'm going to Fireball on top of all the Spear Goblins. And then I think the Hog Rider should give us at least 2 shots. Let's go. Come on now. No, really? That's a joke, right? That should have given me 2 shots for sure. All right, we're going to go in for Skeletons and Electro Spirit, and I think that's able to kill everything, unless I'm very unlucky. Yeah, the Skeletons are going to be able to distract the Mighty Miner as well, and I can go for another Hog Rider here. This guy is a very good player, and he's got a control deck, you know, with another building, so it's tough to break through him when he's got Mighty Miner and a building. I'm going to go in for the Archer Queen ability, and then it's going to stay alive, and we're going to force out a log. Dude, yo, you're going to lose a Dark Goblin and take a tower shot? Okay, okay. I'm here for it. That's hilarious. The Archer Queen is so good. What the heck? So he goes in for poison on the skeletons just to get more damage. That's totally understandable. I think that that's just like the better play to do. He's going to go for a log on the Electro Spirit so it doesn't chain onto all this stuff. I need to go for a log here so then the Spear Goblins don't get damage on my Archer Queen because then I think he'd be able to poison it out. I have Electro Spirit to reset the Mighty Miner, and that's why it's like so good in this deck. We're an Electro Spirit. He doesn't have a way of resetting that or killing that, so that's good. I can Fireball on the Dark Goblin and also all the Spear Goblins if the Dark Goblin doesn't walk away, man. Oh, we got to go Skeletons last second to finish off the Dark Goblin. That timing is not always easy to do since the Dark Goblin puts in so much work. We get Electro Spirit. If it doesn't chain onto the Miner, we should be able to finish everything off with a log, so that's good. Hog Rider doesn't give us a single hit, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. He's getting so much damage on the right-hand side. Got to go in for Skeletons again on top of the Dark Goblin. If I don't kill that, I'm screwed. So we're going to kill that for 1 elixir, which is always nice. All right, what do we do? Does the Hog Rider break through? If I can get 1 more hit on the tower and then I can, you know, just chip him out, that would be a win in my book. We're going to go in for the Archer Queen ability so we can save the log and Electro Spirit for the Miner Wall Breakers. They'll probably come down to the other side. Okay, never mind. I'm going to go in for Skeletons and log on top of the Wall Breakers that are going to come down. I can Electro Spirit to reset. I can actually log again. This is really risky, but I just need like 1 more hit so then I can Fireball. Oh, wait, I don't even need to. GG. Let's go. So you guys can see Electro Spirit is so good in this meta with Mighty Miners running everywhere. When the Mighty Miner constantly gets bounced back and reset, your opponent's going to scream that life's not fair, while your Royal Giant simply doesn't care. After completely controlling the flow of the game against that control deck, now we're at 3,700 in the world. This deck completely dictates the flow of the game, and control decks are never in control. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest of your day.